Welcome back to day 3 of my Ovations of the Seas cruise vlog. If you are here, chances are you have already watched day 1 and day 2. Thank you so much for sticking around. But if you have just chanced upon this video, hi, my name is Valley and I make fun story style travel vlogs. Alright, let's get into day 3. Day 3 started quietly. I spent some time on the balcony just soaking in the sea view, breathing in the fresh air and honestly doing absolutely nothing. One of the best things about cruising is waking up to the ocean like this, slow, calm and peaceful. Okay, enough zen, time to fill up. Breakfast at Windjammer marketplace. Today's breakfast was simple. 2 sunny side up eggs, 1 hash brown, a cup of hot Earl Grey tea, and of course my usual yogurt with fruits and oats. After breakfast, my husband topped out his drink cup with soda to enjoy while we waited to disembark because today we are heading to Phuket. So here's the funny part. We were supposed to meet our friends at the gangway door and board the boat to Phuket together. Turns out there were multiple gangway doors and yes, we were at the different one. Instead of stressing, we decided to just board the boat first and meet them later at Patong Bay. And then, LOL, my husband suddenly went, wait, is that Derek? Zooms in, squints harder, is that really him? Oh wait, yes, that's definitely Derek on another boat. Alright, goodbye Ovation of the Seas. We'll see you again later. And look, we are arriving at Patong Bay. Thank God for such beautiful weather. We were honestly worried it might rain, but instead we got a breezy, perfect Phuket day. Our ride arrived and our original plan was to go to a spa near Patong Bay. Unfortunately, it wouldn't open for another hour. So change of plans, we asked our driver to recommend a spa and he brought us to Disembarkation spa, which is a bit further away from the city. When we arrived, we were welcomed with a drink and a fresh towel, which was a 3-hour package of herbal body scrub with aromatherapy body massage. Because our package was longer than 2 hours, we were also given the option of a free 30-minute sauna and jacuzzi. Free stuff? Of course we said yes. But I have to be very honest with you guys. The sauna, I could not do it. The moment I stepped in, it felt like I couldn't breathe, like my lungs were being filled with smoke. So I thought, okay, skip sauna, let's try the jacuzzi. Turns out the jacuzzi water was cold, probably meant to cool your body after sauna. Since I skipped the sauna entirely, this felt extra cold. Next, I was escorted to the massage room, walking through a long corridor lined with rooms. This was what the couple room looked like, simple and relaxing. It was connected to a semi-open bathroom, shower on the left and on the right a rectangular tub bathtub with a seat. Let's talk about the treatment. Massage 10 out of 10. Highly recommended. My husband and I both fell asleep. The scrub, however, not my favorite. Unlike other spas I've been to, they started with the scrub first, then followed by oil massage, which is fine. But the scrub itself felt quite basic, like something you could buy off the shelf. They added water and scrub, but I didn't really feel any exfoliation or dead skin coming off. That said, the massage skills completely redeem everything. One important tip, if you want to shower after the oil massage, you need to request it. They won't automatically offer it. If I could rewind time, I would honestly choose 3 hours of oil massage only, skip the scrub, sauna and jacuzzi. After the spa, we were served sweet biscuits, a drink and mango sticky rice in a small glass. Next stop, lunch. We headed to Wan Chun, one of the most famous restaurants in Phuket, known for its vintage decor and classic Thai food. However, the queue was insane. At first, we thought the crowd at the back was part of the dining area. Nope, everyone was waiting. Estimated waiting time 2 hours. We didn't have that kind of luxury, so we decided to look for another place nearby. We walked past B-Cat restaurant, which serves food and has a cat play area. We ordered our food first, and while waiting, I decided to go into the cat area for some serotonin. This is the name board of all the cats here. So cute. They had many breeds: short hair, Siamese, Bengal, Maine Coon. The cat area was spacious with cute cushions and long sofas. Hello, little cutie. She was so cooperative, just letting me pet her endlessly. This smaller one must be still a baby. And this docile beauty, if I'm not mistaken, her name should be Bella. And look at this Bengal cat, absolutely stunning. Those greenish eyes were mesmerizing, and yes, very expensive looking too. Alright, food time. This was how the restaurant looked. Wooden ceiling with floral decor and paintings on the walls. First, we were served rice shaped like cat lying flat with butterfly pea flower on top. Even the soup bowl had a cat painted at the bottom. We ordered stir-fried Chinese kale with oyster sauce, Thai green curry with chicken, tom yum goong, crab meat in yellow curry, deep-fried marinated pork, chicken pad thai, deep-fried sea bass in fish sauce, bones included, everything crispy. And honestly, everything was so delicious. I really didn't expect it. Our favorites were the deep-fried fish and the crab meat curry. Next on our itinerary was Jungceylon Mall, which is considered one of the main shopping malls in Phuket. We chose this mall because it's super close to Patong Bay, so very convenient. It may not have a lot of luxury or international brands, but it has plenty of fashion, beauty, wellness, and electronic stores. My husband suggested that I do my nails here because it will be cheaper compared to Singapore. So I went to Kimnara Spa, which offers a wide range of beauty services, facials, body massages, nail services, waxing, eyelash extensions, and even beauty tattoos. I went for gel manicure, normal pedicure, and dead skin removal. And while I was getting pampered, spotted my husband at Swanson's, happily eating ice cream while waiting for me. For my manicure, I chose a gold cat eye design, and for my pedicure, I went with a transparent base with gold glitter. After that, we headed to Big C supermarket. We picked up probiotic drinks, snacks, travel sauce that my nephew loves, chicken skin snacks, which tasted surprisingly like keropok jangan, big roll seaweed snacks, and this coconut oil serum for my hair. This serum smells amazing and absorbs very fast. Shopping done, we took a ride back to Patong Bay where our ferry was waiting. We were among the first to board, so we had to wait a bit until all the seats were filled before the ferry departed. The ride back to the cruise took about 15 minutes. Finally, we returned to our cabin. And look, a monkey tower swinging at us! Another creative tower animal by our housekeeping team. Honestly, they never disappoint. Dinner was back at the dining room again. Let's start with the starters. First up, escargot a la bourguignon, baked snails in garlic parsley butter. A true French classic, rich, buttery, and garlicky. Next, fried tofu and bamboo salad. Crispy fried tofu paired with bamboo shoots, lettuce stems, red chili, and sesame seeds. Crunchy and refreshing. Then, baked French onion soup, deep savory beef broth with caramelized onions, topped with an herb crouton, and finished with melted Gruyere and Parmesan cheese. Comfort food at its finest, warm, cheesy, and very satisfying. For mains, we ordered a mix of seafood, meat, and vegetarian options. First, lemon butter baked cod, golden crusted cod served with sauteed spinach, fluffy citrus rice, and a lemon butter sauce. Light and clean flavors, very easy to enjoy. Next, the New York strip steak again. But honestly, this one didn't hit the same as yesterday. The meat wasn't as tender, so I guess the steak can be a bit hit or miss depending on the day. We also tried the stuffed red bell pepper, filled with whole wheat Mediterranean couscous, fragrant herbs, sauteed vegetables, topped with marinara sauce and salsa verde. A solid vegetarian option, flavorful and comforting. And finally, grilled jumbo shrimp, served with garlic herb mashed potatoes, wilted spinach, and a fragrant brandy sauce. Juicy, garlicky, and definitely one of the stronger mains of the night. Now desserts. First, strawberry shortcake, simple, light, and classic. Next, warm chocolate cake, rich molten center, chocolate sauce, and a scoop of vanilla ice cream. Always a safe choice. Then, baked Alaska, layers of Neapolitan ice cream wrapped in sponge cake and topped with torch meringue. Fun and surprisingly nostalgic. And lastly, banana cocoa custard made with tahini, maple syrup, and sweet medjool date custard, served chilled and topped with caramelized banana. Not too sweet and very smooth. And that wrapped up our dinner for the night. After dinner, we headed to the Bionic Bar to check out the robot bartender. Using the iPad provided, you can either create your own custom drink or choose from classic and signature cocktails if you don't want to think too hard. You can customize spirits, mixers, and ice style. Once you confirm your order, it appears on the big screen and you can watch the robot bartender swing into action and make your drink. Honestly, it's half bar and half show. Cheers! Alright, moving on, let me bring you guys around the shops on level 4. This level is basically the duty-free shopping zone. You will find designer fashion brands like LV, Moschino, Chanel, Marc Jacobs, Kate Spade, Michael Kors, and Swarovski. There's also a good selection of beauty and fragrance stores, Prince Plus Green offering clothing and bags, and a couple of fine jewelry shops if you are feeling fancy. After that, we headed to Boleros to enjoy some live band music. There's a bar inside as well with a great selection of cocktails, perfect for just sitting down, relaxing, and soaking in the vibes. But after sitting for a bit, we felt we needed to move, so we went for a walk around the running track. The wind was strong, like hair blowing everywhere strong, but honestly, it felt really nice. And that wraps up day 3 of our cruise adventures. I'll see you guys in day 4. Thanks for watching.